Hi, welcome back to another episode of A Queens Roundtable Show and Podcast. I know I've been throwing a lot of different things out there, you know, but thank you for hanging in with me. Thank you for all of your continued support. So much appreciated. I am your host. I'll have to change that, Dr. Jacqueline Kabah Harrison. Which is recent, one of the recent things that I've been up to. And it's just such a pleasure to be able to serve you with personal, professional, and leadership development for African American women in business, or just women in business in general, right? So today's topic, well, let me back up a little bit. Let me just quickly tell you a little bit about myself. So, again, my most recent accomplishment is I am now Dr. Jacqueline Kabah Harrison. I'm super excited about that. And I am also the executive producer of the A Queens Roundtable channel on the one and only Women Win Network, which is actually the number one fastest growing all women streaming platform, or all women's network, right? Streaming on Roku as well as Amazon Fire TV. So we are really hitting hard with that. Again, I am still looking for, or still accepting applications for show hosts, TV show hosts. So if you have your own show, or you're looking to have your own show, then let's definitely link up and let's talk about it. Let's have that conversation. And who knows, this time next year, you could have your own television show airing on the A Queens Roundtable channel on the Women Win Network. I am also the host, or symposium host, for the A Queens Roundtable Leadership Symposium. The next one we are just starting to plan. It's going to be in September. So if you are looking for global speaking opportunities, this is an excellent opportunity to be able to do so. So definitely look me up, follow me if you are not already, and let's have that conversation, and basically let's make it happen. Okay, this is the year of action. We are making it happen. We are no longer sitting on the sidelines or sitting way in the back pew, right? This is the year of action. We are accepting our brilliance and taking consistent, intentional action. So, last but not least, today, the reason or the focus of this show today is my next anthology, which is titled Women of Color United, My Health is My Wealth. It's the ultimate guide for practicing effective self-care for entrepreneurs. So that's the next project. Okay, we are still accepting authors for long though. We're still accepting co-authors, and the individual I'm going to bring to the stage next is Coach Jeanine, and she is one of the co-authors of this particular anthology. So I'm going to let you meet her. We're going to talk a little bit about the anthology. Feel free to ask any questions. If you catching us in the middle, make sure you go back and catch the replay. All right, but definitely we're still accepting co-authors, not for much longer. But I don't want you to miss this excellent opportunity. Let me bring her to the stage. Well, hello there, Coach Jeanine. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good, Dr. Jacqueline. Yay!
Woo!
Yes, I am so honored to be here, Dr. Jacqueline. I know I've been calling you Dr. Jacqueline forever.
You have, yes, you have.
Yes. What a pleasure to be here today to talk about our anthology, our project, because I believe it's really not just a project, it's a movement. So,
Yes.
guys, I hope you're going to be listening to us because it's a movement. And we hope at the end you can be able to join us.
You know what? And I have to say, who knew? And Coach Jeanine and I don't know, we've been,
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know how long we've known each other, but
For
it's been a
some time.
minute, right?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
she's always called me Dr. Jacqueline. And who
Yes.
knew? And I'm telling you, even in the very beginning, I had no
Mm-hmm.
idea. So
Mm-hmm.
you spoke
Only
that
God.
into existence for me.
Yes. Yes. And she said, Jeanine, I said, I know, but to me, you are.
Yep, you sure
I
did.
remember that.
Yep, I do too now. Now that you that you mentioned
Mhm.
that. Yep.
Yes.
So, Coach Jeanine, go ahead and introduce yourself. Let the audience know a little bit about Coach Jeanine, like who you are, who you serve, how you serve. please.
Absolutely. It's my pleasure again. Thank you so much, Dr. Jacqueline. My name is Jeanine, and I'm so excited. I'm a founder for With You Solution, which is a global, it's a global firm that we do help entrepreneurs, business leaders who are ready to bring their business global. So we serve people in three dimensions. We help you to map out, how you're going to start your really your goals so you can be able to extend your business globally. So we know how it could be really overwhelmed to be able to go to another country and having a team. So we map out your blueprint and we make sure that you have a team who represents you, who represents your value, you know, uh, globally. So we also have Umoja Mag, which is also a global platform that will be able to highlight your story, how you're bringing solution in the motherlands, but also in different places. So we want to really, for you to gain global visibility by making sure that you have a team who can be able to hold you accountable. So that's Umoja global platform, and we do also business development. So I'm so glad that we can be able to help you from A to Z. That's Umoja Global Network.
Wow, and that is awesome. So if an individual has a company and an established business, and they're looking to kind of step out there, expand their reach, so that I would assume that includes like branding,
Their
marketing.
branding, your legal paperwork, to be able to be registered in that country. So we take care of everything. Yes, the marketing piece, your presentation, and your team. So you don't even have to worry about assistants, admins, all of that. It comes as a package. Yeah.
Okay, I like
Mhm.
that. I like
Yeah.
that. Wow. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes.
Um. All right. Wow. That's very very powerful. So you all can see why I am super excited that Coach Jeanine has decided to join this project. So again, born to I mean, oh my God, born to lead, y'all. That was my last one. Woo. And that was
Yeah.
powerful too. Women of Color United, right?
Yes.
And the
Mhm.
reason this is so special to me is because one, as a coach, as a woman, as an entrepreneur, right? Self-care, self-care, self-care. And I know a lot of times, we hear that word, well, what's one of the popular phrases now? Self-care is not selfish. I know we hear a lot of these different terminologies, but the reason this is so important to me is because I think oftentimes we just hit the surface. We just kind of just scratch the surface of self-care, because oftentimes we talk about, going to get a manicure. I got mine done. Woo! Something I do during the summer, not all year round, but during the summer, I kind of splurge on that. But we talk
Mhm.
about going to get manicures, pedicures, and getting our hair done and things of that nature, and body massages. And those things are awesome. Yes, they are. But I want women to expand that. I want them to go at I think those are like kind of surface level. I
Yes.
want them to get into the habit or understand and get into the habit of diving deeper. And what do I mean by that? When I think of the when I think of the self-care umbrella and I talk about diving deeper, I mean actually doing activities, or yeah, activities that really rejuvenate you. I mean, rejuvenate you from deep inside. You know, like I know one of the big things for me, I'll just throw one of the things out there is skating. I love to skate, and when I do skate, it's like I'm lost in time. Sometimes I may be tired, I may not be feeling well, but when I'm there and while I'm doing it, it's I can't even describe it. It's just such a wonderful feeling. And afterwards, I feel so good. You know, I
Mhm.
feel I feel rejuvenated. So, that's one of the things that I want women to, if you haven't already, and some of us may even need, we haven't done it in so long because we're, raising children, and we sometimes when we just Coach Janine and I just talked about this, sometimes we're caring for elderly parents, maybe, just different roles in the community that take us away from that. You know what I mean? And meaning we don't, sometimes some women don't even know what they like. You say, well, what do you do that you really enjoy? They're like, it's like crickets. Like,
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know. So if you know, do it more often. If you don't know, really sit down and think about what that is.
Right.
Maybe that might mean for some people trying different things.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Because we change over the years. You may have liked to, I don't know, crochet, when you were younger, but maybe now it just doesn't do it for you. So just to kind of get women in the habit of having that conversation, or understanding how important it is, and having that conversation. So I'm gonna stop right there and take a sip of water and let you kind of chime in and talk
So
a little bit about why this is so important to you, Coach Jeanine.
thank you again, Dr. Jacqueline, for really providing this time for us to talk about this book, which is really a movement. And the reason why I really want to really emphasize on really taking time for you, like having a me time, that's something it's very hard for us women as a servant leader. So that's something I had to learn to do that myself. That, just like you said, when we have, really multiple hats, sometimes it's very hard to slow down, to really put a break, like on us. So to me, that's something I had to really take care of me. So Janine, after taking, really to take care of everybody, you need to take care of you. So that's something I really had to do that so I can be able to be a better person, to my mom, to my sibling, to my client, even to the client. So to me, I had to really work hard and making sure that I have those very quality time with me. So that's really, my chapter is about. I'm really, making sure that I explain the problem because sometimes you feel like almost like well, I think she needs me. Well, yeah, they were always gonna need you, but you need to take care of yourself first. So that was really my struggle. But one in this book really brings back like a different author who comes and really share the story about what it means to self-care, for you as a servant leader. So that's why I'm so excited when we talked, Dr. Jacqueline, about this book. And my vision and your vision kind of really align because it's all about unity. And umoja, to me, it's unity in Swahili. And it's all about united we. So I was like, oh my, this is just perfect with what you're doing. So that's why I'm so very excited for this project. I want all of you, women to join us because it's really a movement that it's gonna burst and continue to grow because we are all about serving leaders who are showing up, really coming together to serve. So I'm so excited about this book.
Yep, absolutely. Me too, Coach Janine. And when you mentioned about coming together, my idea is my target audience is African American women entrepreneurs. And the idea is that I'm envisioning women across the globe, right? Or individuals that maybe have born and raised someplace
Mhm.
else, and maybe they're
But
now in the United States, or
mhm,
or maybe they're in the UK, or maybe they're in Canada, or
yes.
maybe they're in Nigeria, or maybe
Mhm,
they're in Barbados or Trinidad, right? And we're all business owners, and
mhm,
and to be able to because this concept in itself is universal. I don't care if you're born and raised here or you're born and raised in Trinidad. I know that there are a lot of similarities. And the reason I know that is because I've talked to so many different individuals through my business as well as in my actual, profession as a social worker slash therapist. I've talked to so many different women from all walks of life,
mhm,
different socioeconomic classes, different races, ethnicities, and that common theme is there,
yes.
right? That women come and sit down to me, like in my in private, doing private practice or doing therapy. They say now is it's time for me, and sometimes I sit there and I'm just like, wow, because sometimes they're like 30, 40, 50,
Mhm,
and they're like, now it's time for me. But the thing is, at what cost, right? Because
yeah.
think about it. If an individual is sitting there in front of you and they're saying, now it's time for me. So if they're getting therapy, now don't get me wrong, I think all of us can benefit from therapy. But
Yes.
most times when people are coming to you for therapy, things aren't quite right in their life, right? Or something is
Mhm,
off. or
Yes.
maybe possibly now
Mhm.
they're dealing with anxiety, depression, they're dealing with autoimmune disorders. Maybe
Mhm.
they recently diagnosed with lupus, right?
Mhm.
Which is, by the way, I think that those types of illnesses and mental health concerns come from
Yeah,
not practicing appropriate self-care or
that's true.
adequate self-care, right?
Right,
you
right,
know so I'm saying all that to say they're saying that now it's time for me, but it's like at what cost, right? So the idea is to prevent that from happening, right? It's to
right,
understand the importance of self-care and being able to practice it even if you put it in your schedule, because that's
right.
what I do.
Yeah.
Just like I take a shower, just like I eat, just like I work out, just like I go to work, it's in my schedule. It's in my schedule already,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because it's important. And to me, when it goes in that schedule, that means it's important. That means it's prioritized. That means it's going to happen, So, and going back to the idea is connecting women globally as
Right,
we talk about our experiences, right?
right.
and
Mm-hmm.
and and how we practice self-care, or how we've learned to practice self-care, or how we teach our clients how to practice self-care. And the thing is, I think that sometimes we, just in general, people in general get so caught up in that we're different. Things are different for us, and they don't share the same experience, or she does, and no, we don't all share the same experience. However, I think that there's a lot more in common
Right.
that we don't realize until we come together and we share our stories, which is what
Yeah.
we'll be doing in this anthology.
Absolutely. And just to really add to what you just said, and you created, I mean, this book really creating the atmosphere of safety, of support. So
Hmm.
we can come, even though we have the different struggle, but I mean, we have we can express that differently, but we all struggle, or we all have, kind of like the same thing, but, maybe it's expressed differently, but we all came together to create that, environment of safety and trust, so we can be able to express ourselves, because for so long we were thinking, oh no, I can't take time for myself. And that's, I don't know where that came from, but most of the women of my friend or my sisters, like people that I really work with or even just be with as women, it's almost like they don't even I mean, really kudos to you, Dr. Jacqueline, you schedule that, but many of us had to learn as, oh, Jeanine, it's time to take your me time, but we just don't do that, but we should, because it's really part of really self-care. It's about, because when you are together, when you are have time for yourself, you will be a better person, you will be a better aunt. I will be a better aunt, I will be a better daughter for my, for my mom, I'll be a better twin sister to my sister. So to me, that's something that I had to really, really emphasize into my daily routine, because we just not process, we don't wire like that. We're not wired like that to say, I need to schedule this is self-care. It looks like when I do that, it's like, oh, you take it, you taking too much time on you. No, I have to take the, time for myself, so I can be a better person for, whomever who's around me, So that's why I'm so excited about this book. We're going to be teaching and really making sure that all these women, they have the tools and strategy to be able to do that on their daily life, because most of those leaders, are servant leaders, so sometimes they just don't have they feel like they don't have enough time. But trust me, when you take that 15 minutes, that 20 minutes, that 30 minutes for yourself, you become a better person. So this is really, I see this as a guide, as a tool, really, that it can be able to line up and make sure we teach all these servant leaders to be, how to implement self-care for yourself.
That's right. Very, very, very important. And this is, again, let's reiterate this. This is a movement, ladies. We're going to
Yeah.
be doing this. I mean, this is a once in a lifetime offer to be able to co-author and be a
Yeah.
founder of this movement.
Mhm.
We are starting this movement. We're going to
Right.
continue this annually, but
Yes.
be one of the founders. And to, like I said, this is more than okay, more than an anthology. I always have trouble saying that. So,
Yes.
so give us a second. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we will be right
Awesome.
If you're tired of suffering, then stress no more. If you're experiencing red, inflamed, or itchy skin, then I invite you to try our Renew and Restore Healing Oil. Our healing oil is a proprietary blend of pure natural organic oils such as tea tree, eucalyptus, and ginger that are designed for healing and restoration of troubled skin, scalp, and hair. Our oil is antifungal and antimicrobial and is proven to be great for treating conditions such as eczema, psoriasis, tinea versia color, and ringworms. Pair it with our hydration butter, and your skin, scalp, and hair will be left nourished, moisturized, and supple. Visit us today at klernicenaturals.com for more details. Have you ever struggled with procrastination, imposter syndrome, or a false reality of perfection? Have you ever suffered from trauma, anxiety, or depression? Then I have a solution just for you. Introducing Imperfectly Fierce and Focused, rising above your imperfections while still crushing your goals. This anthology is to empower, uplift, and motivate readers to recognize their ability and strength to get beyond the spirit of perfection, fear, and procrastination. So if you're ready to stop the excuses, stop the procrastination, and start living your best version of yourself, then prepare yourself for this powerful book release. It's going to be epic. Like and follow our Facebook page, Imperfectly Fierce and Focused, rising above your imperfections while still crushing your goals.
Let me just mention a word in reference to the Black Excellence Gala. It is actually, there was a summit, as you can see, that preceded it, but the actual gala itself is August the 26th. So it's Black Excellence Gala 2023, August the 26th, 2023. So as you can see, the actual, there was, like I said, there was a summit that took place in June, actually a couple of weeks ago, and then it's going to be followed up by the Black Excellence Gala. So if you are interested in that, the actual host of that is Tina Y or Tina Young Holman, which is Holman. So if you are not following her, then make sure you're following her on her Facebook page. I know she's on Instagram as well as LinkedIn, I believe, but I know for a fact she's on Facebook. So definitely connect with her there if you are interested in the gala. And that's actually going to be in Texas, actually. So it's going to be in Texas. So if you're in Texas around that time, going to be in Texas, or planning to be there, want to take part in the gala, make sure you're following her, Tina Y. Holman, and get with her in reference to that. Okay. All right. So we are back. We are back. So let's see. Where did we leave off? We were talking about this being a movement and joining us now. And I was saying this is going to be something that we're going to do annually in a sense of like a symposium, you know, and panels and so forth. But for the actual anthology, this is now. Okay, so take action now, okay, while we're still accepting co-authors. Because again, this is it's an awesome group, and it's a collection of women coming together that are doing so many awesome things. I mean, from other anthologies to virtual symposiums to podcasts, um, TV shows, just a lot of different things going on, that
Right.
many hats that they're wearing. So,
Yeah.
this is an opportunity. And I think a lot of people don't necessarily think about it like this. But when you do an anthology, you have the opportunity to meet other individuals. You have an opportunity to network with other individuals, right? And I truly believe that your net worth is in your network,
That's
right?
right.
So this
Yes.
is an opportunity, even if you just meet one person, that could be someone that you collaborate with in the future. You know, that's an opportunity to be introduced to everyone's audience. I mean, think about it. If we have nine, let's say there's 10 co-authors, so it's yourself and maybe nine other individuals, that's an opportunity to go before, or to have the possibility or the opportunity, that's what I'm looking for, to be introduced to their audience. So to have that opportunity to network, to form a bond and a coalition, to also have the opportunity to, we're gonna be featured in several different magazines. Coach Jeanine talked about her particular magazine, Ujima, and I'll let her talk a little bit more about that in a minute. But to have the opportunity to be in a global magazine. We're also going to have, with the publisher, which is Dr. Talisha Berry. She is the founder of Courageous Woman magazine. We're going to be featured in that magazine, as well as other digital outlets. We're also going to be working with Matthew Santana Jr. of
Yes.
Santana Global Inc., and
Okay.
that is also a global company. And he has a couple of different magazines under that, under his reach, if you will, is Tina Y. Holman with her Black to Black magazine. We have Sunny Poncel that has the G magazine, and then we also have Santana Global magazine. So what is that? One, two, three, four. That's like five different magazines, and I also have some other things up my sleeve as well. But that, so all of that's exposure to you and your brand, as well as when we make number one bestseller, we're claiming that that's also
Ooh.
going to be
Yes.
more exposure, right? And open up more opportunities. Okay. So like I said, we have different, that doesn't even include the live shows. Of course, you're going to go on the Eight Queens Roundtable show and podcast. You will be on Coach Jeanine's show. She'll tell you a little bit more about that. Um, who else has a show? I'm drawing a blank right now. It's myself, Coach Jeanine.
I
Um,
think Coach Tina just started one.
who?
Coach Tina, she just started one.
Oh, right. That's
She
right. She
started.
did just start one. Right. That's right. I believe it's going to be the oh my God. And I don't have the information pulled up in front of me. I have a lot in store for you guys. I really do have a lot in
Yes.
store. And the idea is that I want you to be able to get the exposure. I mean, for the book, yes, but just for you as well, for more increased brand awareness. And think about it. This is Women of Color United. This is us coming together. So we're going to support one another. And keep in mind, too, whenever you go on a different podcast or a live show, that also opens you up to that individual's audience as well. I have made so many leads, or have had so many leads and just contacts and collaborations with individuals that I've met over the last, I don't know, 3 to 4 years, just from doing different collaborations, whether it's being in an anthology project, whether it's participating in someone's virtual summit, right? So just a lot of different avenues and a lot of different opportunities have opened up. So, Coach Jeanine, I'm going to turn it over to you. Let them know, just give us your thoughts on that, as well as let them know a little bit about, a little bit more about your magazine as well as your show. and I'm going to look up
Awesome.
the other shows because I'm going to let you guys know before we get off this broadcast.
Absolutely, yeah. Guys, I just want to let you know, don't let this opportunity really pass you by, because being on this project, this anthology, will really open up, just like Dr. Jacqueline was saying, you will meet a lot of women and men who can be able to even open up more doors for you, because it's really about networking. That's the key. So one of the opportunity that you will get, once you join us in this movement, is that you will get interview on my Umoja Global Network, which is really our podcast that we can be able to highlight your story, and we can be able to write your story, how you're helping people, how you're changing life. You could be a coach, a leader, a business leader, whatever you do, like what solution that you bring, so we can be able to make sure that we capture those story, and making sure that you get a visibility that you need in three languages, guys. Three. So in Swahili, in French, in English, and Lingala. Guys, this is really an inspire. Guys, four Spanish. So we're gonna have in four languages. So I really want to make sure that you do get the visibility that you need, because it's all about networking and making sure that people are seeing you, and you be able to expand yourself. So this is what we can be able to produce once you join the project, and you can be able to get those kind of opportunity, and they're very affordable. Though we're making sure that your story is out there globally, because I believe people who are here, definitely we are the bridge company. We're gonna bridge between you and the people who are looking to hear from you, or the people who want to hear your story. So making sure that you're doing the first step, and we're gonna hold you accountable, and making sure your story and the business grow, they go global with us, by by partnering with Dr. Jacqueline and myself and many of us, so we can be able to bring your business global. So that's the podcast. You can be able to be interviewed. My show, it's on every Sunday at 8 p.m. So tonight, actually, we're celebrating Fathers of Nations. So making sure you come to join us tonight. So yeah, that's a little bit about us. And if you need my information, you can go to Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Umoja Global Network, and also on TikTok now. I'm definitely growing also my community there, Umoja Global Network. And also very soon we're gonna be also launching our Umoja Mag in different languages.
You know what? Speaking of the Uja Mag, when is that actually set to to publish for the first time?
So we was completing. We are definitely looking at July. That's where we want, yeah, to publish. Mhm.
Okay. And then
Yeah,
Jeanine, Coach Jeanine, is it going to be digital and print?
it's gonna be digital first, and then gonna go in print. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay.
And people can request if they want both, so they can be able to order. Yeah, yeah. Actually,
Okay.
there's the lady that she's helping us to be able to get that to Amazon, so it's much easier that way people can, yeah, request
Okay.
and get a copy on Amazon. Mhm.
Nice. I like
Yeah.
that. Now, I think that's the first time I've heard of that.
Yeah.
Is that something that
I didn't
people?
know either until a lady who she's doing it. I said, "How did you?" She said, "Well, it's just a process. You just have to, be able to make sure that you request it, and then yeah, they can be able to, from the request and when they purchase it, and they can be able to do that through Amazon." And I didn't know that. So she's helping
Nice.
us behind the scene. Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Mhm.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yes.
So let me give okay. Let me just read this off to you guys because we're going to be wrapping up shortly. So, being a part of this particular anthology, one of the or some of the things that come along with it is a social media campaign promotion, and that's going to be via the Kiva Murdaugh show platform, via the Swag Her magazine social media platforms, and Santana Global social media platforms, as well as my social media platforms. So again, when we talk about massive exposure, exposure, as well as, again, going before other people's audiences. Okay. Also, too, we talked about you being a guest on the A Queens Roundtable show and podcast, as well as on the Kiva Murdaugh show, and from Coach Jeanine, the Empower You TV. show, live show. Okay. Also, magazine features is going to be Courageous Woman Magazine, Black to Black, Santana Global, and the G, which is, yeah, that's it, it's called the G. I love that. And Ujima, which is what we
Yeah.
just heard about from Coach Jeanine.
Mhm.
That's also going to include a Google press release and a press release for the digitaljournal.com. And that's going to be provided through Santana Global as well as Courageous Woman magazine. We are also going to have a group billboard of all of us, me as the visionary, all of us as co-authors. And that's going to be provided by Santana Global.
Mhm.
And lastly, but not least, Dr. Talisha Berry has 12 years of publishing experience, whereas it publishing magazines as well as books. And that includes over 300 best-selling authors. So we have some awesome people that are working on this project that are, again, remember, just and I know a lot of you have already participated in anthologies. Some of them have been a decent experience, some of them maybe not so decent. But remember, each time you do the process, whether this is your third, fourth, fifth, or your first time, remember you learn something from the experience. I've
Yes.
learned quite a bit just from doing my first anthology, The Born to Lead, Awakening the Leader Within. I learned a lot. And remember, knowledge is power. Knowing and being able to connect is priceless.
Mhm.
Okay. And I want to, so like I said, right now we are still looking to bring in just a couple more co-authors.
Mhm.
So once those spots are snatched up, um, you know, you'll have to wait and board the next train.
But we don't want you to wait. We don't want you to wait. Please contact Dr. Jacqueline.
So we'll go ahead and would Coach Jeanine, anything else you wanted to mention? Otherwise, I'm gonna go ahead and close this out and just let them know where to connect with us if they haven't already.
Absolutely. My last thing is please join the movement. We don't want to let you behind. Join the movement because you won't regret. You want to learn some tools and strategy, how to do a self-care as a leader because you are a leader, but you need to take care of yourself and it's okay to take care of yourself. So please join us so you can be able to learn, also to share your knowledge, but also to be able to grab this copy and give to your girlfriend, to your mom, to women in your life, women in your circle. Make sure you join us and you reach out to Dr. Jacqueline. That's my last words.
All right. Thank you, Coach Jeanine. So if you are not already, you can find me on Facebook under or shall I say my personal profile under under Dr. Jacqueline Kabai Harrison. And the same for LinkedIn. It's my name. As far as my business page on Facebook and my Instagram, it's going to be under Realizing Your Potential 123. And then my website is realizingyourpotential123.com. So again, make sure you connect with me at least on one of those social platforms. Okay. And Coach Jeanine, how can they link up with you?
Yeah, they can be able to reach me at Umoja Global Network on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube, Umoja Global Network. And also you can be able to reach me also at my email, which is jbglobalinvestors@gmail.com, and making sure that you reach out to me. Okay, so we can be able to bring you global.
And I just have to say, I've been seeing your TikToks too. When I see it, I'm like, Coach Jeanine, she's at it again.
Oh, yes.
I
We're
love
gonna
it.
show
Love
up
it.
every day. Yes.
All right, everyone. So thank you again for joining us. And oh, I didn't even let you guys know this. So again, we're talking today about Women of Color United. My health is my wealth.
Mhm.
The ultimate guide for practicing effective self-care for entrepreneurs. Again, we have two more slots for co-authors. So let's go ahead and snatch those up, because like I said, we're going to be closing the doors in a couple of days. So make sure you are on this train, and so you don't have to wait to see if there's going to be another one to get on. Okay.
Okay.
So go ahead and connect with me. Also, too, if you have an anthology that's coming out, or you have a new product or service, an event, you have a virtual event, a live event that you want to bring more exposure to, you want, more ticket sales, you want more people to know about it, more people to purchase the product, then definitely connect with me and I can bring you on the show, spotlight you, and give you the opportunity to discuss your upcoming project that you want individuals to know about. Okay, so definitely connect with me. And thanks again for joining us today, for those of you that joined live, as well as those that will catch the replay. And I will talk to you all again soon. Enjoy the rest of your day and practice some good self care.
Yes.
All right,
Absolutely.
everybody. See you next time.
See you guys.